Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD, and this is going to be a special series of broadcasts in the next couple of videos. I wanted to start this off with a quick introduction to let you guys know what the deal with this is. Essentially, as a lot of you guys all know already, I am working with IGN, and we've been doing a lot of live content where we actually sit behind a desk, do a broadcast. You guys get to see my face and everything. And this is going to be a particular rebroadcast. We casted this live on Tuesday of this week. That would be August 9th, 2011. And I asked on Facebook if anybody would like to see the content rebroadcasted on YouTube again, and it was a resounding yes. So I've decided to basically take some of that footage home from work. I recompiled it, and I'm going to be uploading it here to YouTube. I believe it's a 5-game series. It may be 4 or 5, one of those. And I'm going to be uploading them up to YouTube. So this is going to be Game 1, Part 1. I apologize. I know a lot of you guys, you guys don't like the parts and everything, but my Comcast just absolutely fails if I try to upload anything bigger than, 30 minutes. So I have to chop it up a little bit sometimes. But yeah, this is going to be about 5 or 6 videos long, and I hope you guys enjoyed the live content rebroadcast. Thanks a lot, guys, and stay tuned.
There you go. You guys are live now. There you go. Now you have sound.
All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of IPL TV.
I just took a sip of water out of a water bottle that I think's been sitting here for about 5 days.
That's disgusting.
It's pretty disgusting.
This is Pain User.
And this is HD.
And welcome, guys.
We're back.
By the way, thanks a lot for the comments in chat. We really do appreciate it. It's awesome to join in on a cast and have that kind of positive energy going into it. HD is like sipping water out of the swamp over here.
I'm going to put these water bottles on the ground so I don't make the bad mistake of drinking old water. There we go. So we're set now. Nothing bad will happen. It's currently Wednesday, August 10th. I think I did this intro like 3 times already, and each time we had something wrong. The camera was super fuzzy, the sound wasn't working, but now we're back. We're live. It's IPL TV Wednesday night. We have some awesome replays in store for you guys. And I just want to say I love you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. We really appreciate it. And for this episode, we're going to be fielding questions from Twitter. So I've got my laptop here, and HD's monitoring his Twitter. You can find me at PainUser. You can find him at HD StarCraft. Feel free to shoot us questions via Twitter, and we will field those during the cast. And we'll probably start out fielding some questions as well. And we are also both monitoring chat. And yes, this is live. It is always live when we do IPL TV on Mondays and Wednesdays. And
Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
Well, we have the Team League on Tuesdays.
Well, that's also live as well.
That's true.
I guess it's kind of like IPL TV.
That's close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
And we've got some really good replays in store for you guys tonight. We have another game with a very well-known Korean. We're going to have Nest playing tonight. Thank you very much, Kawhi Rice, for sending us those replays.
Yep.
It's always nice to get Korean replays. They're just really difficult to come by these days.
Oh, they guard them like they're little secret treasures, man. And for good reason, too. I think those replays, if you could sell them on like the black market, they would be worth hundreds of dollars each.
I don't know about hundreds of dollars.
Maybe not hundreds of dollars, but they would be worth something, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's definitely a high value on top Korean pros, and I think the teams have a vested interest in keeping those replays private as well, because they don't want
people studying
their
replays,
players,
yeah.
And a lot of teams have proprietary builds that they use. We saw Team Slayers use an entirely new build order at MLG
for TVTs
versus Zerg and TVT. Well, TVT was more like the Euro mech style that we had been seeing, but the Koreans just took it to the next level with massing Blue Flame Hellions. But the TVZ that we saw from Team Slayers, Idra losing 0-2 to Boxer was not expected at all, and they really just showcased how powerful a new build can be if you don't know the counter to it,
Yeah, they practice it, they brew it in-house, and then they bring it to the tournament where no one's prepared to see it, and it just catches everyone by surprise. Yeah, I would probably chop off a couple fingers for some good Korean replays, but we do have one in store for you guys. Once again, it is with I Am Nest, who I think many consider right now to be the best StarCraft 2 player in the world. Maybe a toss-up with him and MC.
He's definitely one of the best players in the world. There's no doubt about it. He's such a smart player. And watching him play, everything just makes sense when I watch him play. And he's a Zerg player. I'm a Terran player, but I still respect him tremendously. I think he's one of the best players of all time, for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, of all time. The game is still in its infancy. We've yet to see players really establish themselves and take that Bonjour status that we saw players do in Brood Wars.
I think the only credible Bonjour right now would be Flash. in Brood War?
Jaedong, Savior.
I think
Lisu.
Jaedong's kind of up in the air. Savior is kind of fallen off.
Well, yeah, I know.
I mean, the current Bonjour.
Oh, the current Bonjour
Yeah.
is most definitely Flash. There's no two ways about that. Absolutely. And keep in mind, guys, we do have the top 8 airing this week for IPL 2 season proper, and that's going to be Thursday through Saturday. And then we have the finals, the grand finals, airing this Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Do not miss that, you guys. It's going to be super exciting.
You guys shouldn't miss any of the games. In fact, we're going to start on Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific. Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to be the final matches in IPL minus the grand finals. And then on Sunday at 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have the grand finals. I don't think you guys should miss that. You guys should definitely tune in.
That's exactly what I just said. And the players we have.
Oh, you didn't mention the Thursday through Friday, did you?
Oh,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I did. It's all good though.
Wait, you got to reiterate. It's like advertising. You got to blast them with it enough time so that they really come to watch it.
The players we have left, and I know you've seen some of these games throughout the tournament with me. We have Idra and Mana squaring off in the winners bracket. We also have Straylock and White Raw squaring off in the winners bracket. In the losers bracket, we have FX Open's Moonan versus Mouse Thorzane. Going to be a TBT in the lower bracket, and then we also have Nurchio versus Liquid Ret.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that Nurchio versus Liquid Ret match. Ret and Nurchio both got knocked into the losers bracket in their first game in the tournament, and they've won out through the entire tournament.
They're fighting it, man. They're clawing for survival right now.
In what you call the
grimy pit of hell.
They're working their way out of the grimy pit of hell one game at a time, and they're going to have to square off against each other. And they're both really, really talented ZVZ players.
Yeah.
And they're both kicking ass in the tournament. So I'm really excited to see that. And then, of course, White Raw and Straylock meeting in the upper bracket. They have both had such a great tournament.
You know what's funny is all those names you mentioned are all names that, when you hear that, it's like a light bulb pops up in your head. And they're all in the final rounds of IPL, which means like all the games here from here on out are going to be spectacular.
Quality. We've had quality games throughout the whole tournament, but this is the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
This week of broadcasting is going to be the best that we've had throughout the entire tournament. So let's get everybody watching, let's get everybody involved, and let's try and break our record from last season.
All right, man. You gotta scoot over here a little bit because
I
I'm
gotta
like
come to the
taking
right?
up all your room, and it makes me look fatter than I already am.
It's all good,
So
dude.
there we go. Now we're looking a little more proportional.
There we go.
Yeah, maybe we get mosey in a little bit. There we go. Yeah.
And now we're nice and cozy. All right, guys.
Let's do
So
it.
are you ready for the first game? Hold on. Let's check and see if anyone has dropped us some questions.
Yeah, once again, guys, we're fielding questions not necessarily from chat because it gets spammed so quickly. So we're going to take it on our Twitters for today. You guys can post questions on twitter.com/HDStarcraft or twitter.com/PainUser.
Yep.
And we'll answer those questions as the day goes on.
And one question that's to both of us.
Sweet.
Directed at me, but we'll both answer because it pertains to both of us. What are your future projects together and with HD? Me and HD pretty much do whatever we have on the table. I mean, obviously, we're the in-house core casters for IGN Pro League, but we do side projects. We work on our YouTubes together. We just enjoy casting together, and we've been doing it for a while now. So my answer to that question would be anything and everything, as long as it's StarCraft related and as long as I'm having fun.
Don't forget we play StarCraft together, too.
That, too.
Yeah.
We're on the same team together.
Yeah.
We're both on Team VP, and I think we might actually be going through a name change.
Again?
I
No
proposed a bunch of names. Yeah, we're not going with very pretty gamers, dude. That's not going down. Every
All
time I
right.
have to explain that to people, they're like, wait, what's your team name? What's VP stand for? I'm like, very pretty.
I say use your imagination. There's a couple of interesting names that come to mind. But, I'm down for a name change. What'd you have in mind?
Venerated Prophets.
Oh, we're actually keeping VP, but we're just changing.
Yeah,
like,
well,
what
we
it
can't change
stands for.
VP because we have all of our gear already made. We got the hoodies, we got our jerseys, we got everything. I mean, unless we want to like rip the
So what did
V
you say?
and the P
So
off.
did you say venereal prophets?
Venereal disease? No, venerated prophets, man.
Okay.
It's like
Oh,
it's
man.
like respected, venerated. It's like respected teachers or prophets in this case. But
Sounds kind of cheesy.
well, I mean, anything we come up with VP is going to be cheesy. You should
That's
see
true.
some of the names our team was proposing, like viral pros and like vicious potential, like stuff like
Vicious
that.
potential.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get into the first game here. We have a game. We're gonna start in order here.
And Navi, baby.
Yeah, Navi Baby K
Versus
is gonna be playing
Happy.
versus Happy. But let's see. Yeah, there we go. I just want to make sure we got the right screen up.
All right, let's jump on into it. Take it away, HD.
Yeah, it's going to be a Terran versus Protoss here, and it's going to be Happy as the blue Terran on the top right-hand corner of Tal'Darim Altar, and Navi Baby K, the red Protoss on the bottom left-hand corner of Tal'Darim. And I'll let you go ahead and introduce these players. Do you know a little bit about these two?
Navi, a very, very good European team, and we should try and get that game sound going.
Oh, absolutely. Let me go ahead and turn that up for you guys. I do apologize. Someone set the master volume to 5. What are they thinking?
I don't know.
Well,
that should be fine. And
Let's go with 40.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty loud. All right, there we go.
All right. Navi, a very, very good European team, and Happy, also a very, very good European player who's kind of been winning a lot of those lower tier online tournaments and kind of, made his name in those tournaments. And that's how a lot of players will make their name in today's day and age. You have to win those small $100 weekly type cups to really get yourself out there, because the odds that you're going to take a major if you're a player that's not known, you might not even be on a team that's willing to send you to those type of events. So you can't really put yourself out there on a platform like that.
Yeah, totally. I also feel like, I also wanted to mention that I don't think anyone here should go anywhere, because we have some really good games coming up after this as well.
We do indeed.
We have, I think we mentioned this in the beginning, we have Nesty going to be playing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Idra playing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else that comes to mind? I know we had a couple more games that are really,
we
really
got
good.
Destiny and Hash playing.
Dude,
yeah,
this
we
is
got
like
some
an
great
all-star
games
lineup tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the call was sent out. I put my tentacles back into the community, started talking to
The
people.
Octopus Terran
and,
himself.
and a lot of my friends ended up sending me some pretty good replays. So we should have some good games in store for us. I'm really excited to see the game between Nesty and Kawhi Rice. I really want to see that.
That's going to be a pretty awesome ZVT.
Yeah, that will be an awesome ZVT.
And once again, we're going to be casting a ZVT together.
And once again, we will. And I love casting ZVT with you, man. That's the bee's knees. It's the cat's pajamas, if you will.
It's the cat's pajamas in the room. It's the cool guys. All right, here's the SCV. Both players just doing some scouting right now, and since they've spawned cross position, I think we're going to be in store for a pretty macro game. Happy is going to go probably with a gas fast expand, and I would say the same thing for our Protoss player. After perhaps 3 gates, but possibly a 1 gate expand as well.
It's really
second guess,
interesting, the building placement from the Terran player. He's really not going for a wall whatsoever. He has supply depots on kind of random positions in his base right now. Generally, you will see players go for that wall towards the front just to prevent, stalkers from running by, because it's really difficult. Like, imagine if Navi went for a really quick, aggressive 4-gate here.
Right.
He would have virtually nothing to hold it off, and he wouldn't have a wall. It would be difficult.
At the same time, though, when Terrans wall off against Protoss, isn't it kind of annoying when your buildings start going down at the front because the stalkers can kind of range against those buildings?
Yeah, but it's better to have those buildings going down and have the potential to repair them than have those units running around in your base.
Yeah. I'm just saying this because I know some Terran players will prefer not to wall off against Protoss at all. And then a lot of Terrans will, but I know some Terrans don't. So
yeah, the only thing that I've ever seen come as a result of not walling is people losing the game. I've never seen someone not wall and get like a huge advantage from it, or like, get some sort of positional advantage. But he will drop that bunker just to be safe.
I like that bunker spot.
Yeah, absolutely, I like that. And wow, he's opening up with reactor Hellions here, and that's very rare. And God, we've just been seeing so much Hellion play as of late. Everyone is using them, man.
They're starting to discover how effective they can be once they're utilized to their full potential. Similar to the Infestor, it was a unit that was always good, but no one really got around to using it.
Yeah,
now
absolutely.
people are starting to use the Hellion a lot more. And it has a lot of potential, man. It's so easily microable. It can kill so many units. And against the Protoss, surprisingly, it does a lot of damage to those Zealots and those Sentries.
So Mr. Tyroller via Twitter let me know that Navi Baby K is a Danish Protoss former Warcraft 3 player.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's great to know.
So he's Danish.
Keep tweeting us, guys. We appreciate it because
Yeah.
it's keeping us up to date. If we make any mistakes, you guys can call us out. You guys can keep...
And also, it's so much easier than monitoring chat. Chat
Yeah.
goes by so quickly.
I know. It's just so many people are watching the stream right now, and then even though slow mode is on, which I believe it is, as soon as people start posting comments, even though it's a couple thousand people watching, it goes up so fast, and we can't keep track of it.
Nope. Oh, and he's gonna get in there with these 4 Hellions really quick here.
Wow, that was great micro. He ends up losing the Hellion, but he gets in and kills all the sentries, and let's see what other extra damage he can do.
Now he's gonna get into the mineral line here, and he could potentially kill these sentries as well. Hellion's such a great unit for dealing with sentries, and he's gonna kill some probes and an additional sentry here.
Oh my
That's
God.
4 sentries thus far, and a bunch of probes are gonna go down here. Great micro from
7
Happy.
kills.
Really well done. I love this opener from him, especially on a map like Tal'Darim Altar, where you know the Protoss player isn't going to have a wall. You know you're going to potentially have access to his base, and he opened with that 2-gate robo, and he was still able to get in there with those 4 Hellions and do a ton of damage.
Yeah, and talk about unexpected. You were caught by surprise when you saw that fast factory with reactor core. Imagine Navi Baby K. I mean, how often do you play against a Terran who throws a bunker at the front and he's building Hellions on a reactor in the background? It's not a common build against Protoss.
Absolutely.
And he exploited that, and he took out so many probes. Let's pull up how many workers killed. 10 workers killed, maybe about 4 or 5 sentries going down. That was quite the play by Happy.
Yeah, very well done. And wow, he's getting up a missile turret now. It looks like he might be trying to kill this OBS.
He might get the OBS.
I'm not sure though. I think what he needs to be investing right now is a command center. I think he's trying to push this this early game aggressive style just a little bit too far now at this point. We do have Stim and Combat Shield coming though, so he's going to be able to hit an interesting timing here with a dual medevac drop.
And
But,
Navi didn't scout the starport.
yes, he didn't scout the starport, and he could hit a pretty nasty timing here with Combat Shield, Stim, and a ton of Marines. But the safe play, and I think the more intelligent play for him, would definitely be to recycle that bunker, relocate that factory to the front, and get a command center down at his natural ASAP.
I was going to point that out. He doesn't have a command center going up. He is playing one base right now. He's got 1 factory, 3 barracks, and a starport. And it almost looks like it's one base aggression. Almost looks like it's an all-in style play here. But yeah, the SCV is going to come out. He is going to drop the CC.
That's it. Recycle that bunker, relocate the factory, and drop the CC.
He did it. But it's a really delayed CC, man. And he's going to come in here with the stim coming down in about 30 seconds, with dropships as well. And he's going to look to do some damage.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a really nasty timing push. And wow, not very many gateway units at all right now out of Baby K. He was... oh, he's going for the double forge.
Oh, this could be bad.
He's trying to get those upgrades out super early on, but he's really lacking in the gateway army right now. Like you said, just working off 2 gates. That's not going to be enough to hold off a push like this, and Happy could do a ton of damage once again here.
Happy could win the game right here outright. Stim is going to finish in about 10 seconds. He's got 2 dropships, full load of Marines.
Let's hope he doesn't commit before Stim.
Well, Stim's going to finish now. There's Stim.
Why is he going to the 3rd?
I wonder why he doesn't just load up his dropships
right?
and drop right here in the natural. I think that'd be so much smarter.
I think he's assuming that Baby K was trying to take a 3rd or something, but there is no nexus there, and he's wasting precious time right now.
I was going to point that out. This is precious time wasted where Navi Baby K is going to be able to rebuild and build a stronger army to deal with this.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And now he has these 3 sentries, and he could potentially get some really good force fields off here, trapping all the Marines.
He could save them.
And he's not saving them at the moment. There we go. Now dropping those Marines once again in the back, and they will be able to pick off quite a few zealots. He is going to reinforce once again though, and this next cycle of gateway units could be enough to fight this off. And there we go, he had to stim again, so all of his Marines in the deep yellow or red right now, and one of the medevacs gets picked off.
Really nice micro by both these players, but I can't help but feel that Happy may have overstimmed. Now look, he doesn't have enough energy to stim anymore, and I don't think he has enough longevity with these Marines to continue attacking. And he's got to be careful here too. If he loses this dropship, it's going to be just a disaster. But talk about that blunder, man. Moving down to the south, trying to pick a 3rd, rather than just dropping right into the natural.
He almost gave him an extra 2 production cycles, and when you're only working off a few gates, I think he's up to 4 gates now. Let's check real quick.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that.
He's working off of still
2
No,
gates.
in the back. There we go. Okay, 3. Okay, so he's off 5 right now. He doesn't have charge yet. He's getting blink. He's getting 2/2 right now. So his upgrades are going to be really good. Just +1 on the way right now for Happy. Happy looking to go drop in the main here, but that's going to get spotted by an observer. So Baby K will be all over this, and yeah, Happy just seems like he's just wasting a lot of time here and effort. I mean, he really accomplished nothing with that early push, and yeah, he didn't really do any damage there.
I don't think he did. At least not enough to justify the cost of losing the dropship and about 8 Marines.
And the late command center.
And the very late command center. However, I mean, in all retrospect, he's not too far behind. He's only down by about 9 SCVs.
10 supply, 9 SCVs. Not that bad.
It's not that bad. So it's a situation where, over the long course of this game, and it does look like it's going to be a long game since it's cross-spawn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both players have 2 bases now. That little advantage can be evened out over time and can be flattened out.
Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt about that. But, Happy must really want to just get, not only does he want to just get a little bit of damage done here and there, and oh my god, what a timely blink right there. Going to go after that medevac, but he's going to lose a couple stalkers. 2 go down, and he might lose a third here. Nice blink from Baby K right there. Going to save that last stalker. So Baby K now relatively safe here. He doesn't need to worry about too much right now. He is up by 20 supply right now, and he's going to go ahead and take this little advantage he has and grab his third, and now putting up some cannons, also continuing with the upgrades. So Baby K just, doing a really good job right now. He's going to be very, very strong in the late game here.
I have to agree with you, man. This is
Great
a map.
Upgrades.
Yeah, this is a map where you do want to start early on your upgrades. You want to play with the late game in mind because most games on Tal'Darim, especially if you're cross spawn, it's not going to end for at least the first 15 minutes. So Baby K realizing that he's teched up, he's got the advantage, he's got a very large army here. 2 armor, 2 weapons on his stalkers, very, very effective against almost everything that Happy's got. I would love to see Navi Baby K go into either charge lots or into Colossi, though.
Well, we do have charge on the way right now.
So he is getting into that late game tech.
He is listening to exactly what you're saying. He's going to go ahead and grab that charge, and then I can't help but think, and we have 3-3 on the way at the 16-minute mark. That's right fast. Now for Baby K. Good lord.
And only 1-1 coming up for the Terran.
He has 2 weapons. He has +1 weapons done.
Yeah,
so he's got infantry 2 and +1 armor on the way. But still, 3-3 is going to be done when he's finishing weapons 2. And that's kind of insane.
I wonder if he's gearing up for a timing push coordinated with that 3-3.
Well, it's definitely possible. He's going to have charge finished. He's going to have blink. He's going to have a ton of gateway units. He's going to have 3-3.
Look at how many zealots he has, too.
I'd love to see him tech up to Colossus at this point, or perhaps Templar. I think one or the other would be great for him because...
And there it goes.
The Templar Archive. So one thing about this style, I feel, is that getting... what is going on here? Is he really going to go after that PF? Okay.
He forced the stim, though.
Only a couple units, though. I like that out of Happy. That's very, very intelligent. A lot of times you'll see players stim their entire army. He stimmed just about 5 units, and that kind of forces the Protoss back. But then again, you don't have to stim your entire army and lose, massive amounts of HP for nothing.
And massive amounts of energy because those dropships have to re-heal them. Yeah. But you were mentioning you'd love to see Baby K go into either Templar or Colossi. He chose the Templar route. This is a little risky, though, because Terran player already has ghosts out on the field. I think that's where you were going with that.
Yeah, well, not only that, you're 100% right there, and then also, by skipping Colossus tech, you allow, and this is really important, a lot of people don't know this or think about it, by skipping Colossus tech, you allow the Terran player to continually produce medevacs. So he's going to have so many medevacs out on the field. He doesn't have to worry about Viking production. He can just add a ton of medevacs into his army.
That's true.
And that makes Bio so strong against a gateway composition. If they have a ton of medevacs healing, they get good EMPs off. Bio units are just, for Terran, are way better than gateway units. But the one thing Baby K will have on his side is he's going to have great upgrades. We do see Armor 2 on the way now for Happy, but he's still way behind. He's going to be 2-1 when Baby K is 3-3. So Baby K is going to have a really, really good opportunity here to do... Oh my god, he's adding a lot of gateways.
Almost looks like a money map here with how he's forming his gateways. I'd like to see 2 more to finish that off.
I'm sure he will, but...
The advantage of the Protoss now is you don't have building exit blocked.
That's true. Yeah, you can just stack all your buildings up.
Yeah, and you were mentioning the Templars not being so skipping Colossus tech being so disastrous for Protoss because it allows Terran to pump mass medvacs. But if you have Templar, you can feed back those medvacs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say disastrous, but it allows the Terran player to get a ton of medevacs out. And here we have 6 medevacs already, whereas usually if the Protoss player follows that more common tech tree, opens with 3 gates into Quick Colossus, into 5 gate, into a third, into 7 gate, that's like a more standard tech progression from the Protoss. They can add Templar in later, but by getting those, and that is a pretty strong army right there.
We're looking at the Chinese infantry right here, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're ready to go.
Ton of zealots.
I know, man. And I would love to see some Archons in this mixture, but perhaps he just wants to save them for Storm first, and then he'll recycle it afterwards. I think that's what he's going to do.
Whoa, getting a little caught up right there.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit caught up, but I think he's getting ready to push out here as soon as Storm finishes.
I don't think he has any idea what he wants to do. He's running back and forth here, grabbing that Xel'Naga, and now he's going to head across mid over to the other side. Both players, actually, no, he has a 12 supply lead right now. Happy is not max, but Happy does have a substantial bio army right now, so do not count him out of this fight. And it looks like they're going to engage here on this Xel'Naga. And Happy getting off a good scan. He has his ghosts in position on the low ground.
I like that.
Just waiting for the potential EMP here. And he's also spreading his ghosts out a little bit, so I really like that too.
And look at this Guardian Shield giving these Zealots a total of 5 armor against the Marines and Marauders. All those charge lots coming in, and the Ghosts getting their EMPs off on the sentries, but the Templar wisely waiting in the back. However, they all get stormed by the Ghosts as well. Happy here waiting so patiently and disciplined, knowing that there was going to be Templars just waiting for them to come, and he pops them all off with an EMP.
Yeah, beautiful EMP right there from Happy. He was so patient, just waited for that. Navi made a really, or Baby K made a really big mistake right there. He didn't separate his Templar. He had them all on one hockey group, and we'll see a lot of players do that. One thing that you really need to do if you're going to use Templar like that is you need to spread them out into a huge, like a wide open group.
Right.
One here, one there, one here, one there, one there. And that gives you the potential to not only feed back the Ghosts in kind of a one-on-one situation, but it also prevents him from getting a clutch money EMP like that where he hits all five of your Templar.
Well, it's kind of similar to the thing with the Mutalisks too. You always want to make sure they spread out over Thors and want them to fly over and get damaged by air of effect. But Happy can't be any happier about that engagement.